Hello, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, I think I am all set here with all the things. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to create multiple streams of income in your coaching or your consulting business. But if you also are just an online service provider, this can apply to you too as well. So feel free to drop your questions or your comments into the chat and we can discuss them here live. Or if you're watching the replay, I'll also respond to your comments as well. So let's talk multiple streams of income as a coach or consultant. First, let's define the different types and what I think you should strive for in your business. So there are actually 7 different types of income, but today we're only going to focus on active and passive income streams. So active income, you're most likely using active income active income stream rather in your business in some way. You're doing some type of work and providing some type of a service, and someone is paying you for it. It's simple. There's a direct connection between work and payment. So if you're a coach or consultant, this is going to be your signature program, your primary coaching offer. If you're another type of online service provider, you probably have a few offers that are actually active. Um, so, like for example, if you are like a social media consultant, maybe like have an agency, maybe you have different offers that like you manage your clients' social media or some type of a done for you situation at different levels. Passive income. So, passive income is where the income is not directly tied to the work that you're doing. And this is honestly my favorite type. So, just note that because it's passive, it doesn't mean that there's not any work required to generate the revenue. It's not a free thing. So, the work needed for a passive income stream takes place up front. So this would be like your digital products, your online store, building out all the landing pages, the website, then the promo, right? Once the work is complete, people can purchase things while you're sleeping. So that's the benefit of passive income. But as I mentioned before, active income is associated with time you and your team actually have to put in. Some examples would be your main coaching offer, live workshops, speaking engagement, master classes, excuse me, any place that you actually have to show up. So, some common mistakes that I see coaches and consultants and online service providers make here is number one, they have too many active income streams. So, and I mean like way too many. All the services come with your time. Why is that? That is completely unscalable. You are going to be burnt out. You won't be able to take a vacation. Someone has to always man the ship. Now, what if you and your team want to take a retreat? Like now some businesses are set up that way. So like for example, my brick and mortar business, we have to have someone there unless we close, but I do have a creative solution for that. I do close my business around the holidays to give the team a break, right? But this is also why I caution against memberships for coaches as well. Um, there are the active income streams that you have are way too complex. So you've tried to put everything in the kitchen sink into your offer and it's too difficult to deliver. So under promise, over deliver, and then supplement with passive income streams is the rule of thumb that I like to teach my clients. The active income stream itself is not profitable. So if you have an offer and it's not making any money, you're not increasing the profitability of your business. If you're not getting people to sign up for your coaching program or you're still coaching by the session, then you definitely need to consider developing a signature program or revamping what you have so that your active income stream can truly support your business. Also, the active income stream is substandard. So this goes without saying, but you cannot put out trash in the marketplace and continuously expect people to buy. Word does travel, especially in your niche. So you want to be the go-to coach or consultant, not the person that they run from. So remember that. Now let's talk about passive income streams. So these are going to be your courses, your memberships, your mini courses, your webinars, evergreen webinars, affiliate income, anything downloadable, podcasts, blogs, YouTube channel, Pinterest pins, so many things, right? Some common mistakes that I see here. First thing, too many options are front facing. So if you have like 100 products, all publicly visible, people will hesitate on purchasing because they don't know what's for them. And it's like information overload.
Hey there, who's joining? Hello.
Um, Products don't drive people to continue doing business with you. So you have products, but they're not like encouraging people to continue to do business with you. So you've made one sale and you don't have a proper funnel to keep them in your ecosystem. Third thing, your product suite does not make sense. So, similar to the other example, you just have a whole bunch of stuff and it's not cohesive. So, people don't understand like what direction to go and it's not logical to purchase the next thing or anything else with you for that matter. So, you need to streamline your offerings to maximize your income. The fourth thing is your offers might be subpar. So you literally are selling trash because it's low cost, or you just want to make a sale. You can't put out trash and expect treasure. Okay. The fifth thing is you don't reevaluate what you're offering often enough. So the work for passive income streams is completed up front, as we said before, but you should reevaluate your offerings to see how well that they're doing. Should you keep one of them? Should you change it a little bit to see if it sells better or sells as expected? All these things you can learn when you are reviewing your analytics, okay? So, circling back to active income streams for coaches and consultants, this could be your coaching or your signature program, right? You have to show up for your coaching calls to put your time into your program, whether that's one to one or group. Your VIP days, workshops, master classes, you're showing up, you're teaching something, working with your clients in some way. Then there's memberships, which I think should just be more accountability. Then there's speaking. You have to show up, whether it's virtual or in person, to deliver your talk. Then there's joint ventures and collabs. So you have to show up with the other person to deliver the workshop, the webinar, go live, whatever it might be. And then events, right? You have to plan and execute an event, whether that be a retreat, a summit, a conference, or some other type of event. All these are great sources of income, but I'm all about diversification to increase your profitability. So let's talk about passive income then. So let's move, moving on. Some passive income streams for coaches and consultants, my favorite type. There's so many. But remember, the work for passive income happens up front. So that could be your courses, your mini courses, your books, your workbooks, blogs, vlogs, memberships, ebooks, video trainings, audio trainings, podcast episodes, affiliate relationships, anything downloadable that does not require your time would be considered a passive income opportunity. So typically, you would want to have these items incorporated into a sales funnel, and some available on your website for purchase. Not all, right? But again, having a strategy behind your offering is key. You need to determine what's something that is going to be the core offering and what are some things that you're going to do on a habitual basis. Typically, events and summits and things like that are something that happen every so often. You're not doing that all the time, unless your business is events. So, I mean, that's an exception to the rule. A lot of times we have random stuff and projects that we've done that just aren't relevant to our core offerings. These are things that I wish I had thought about because the order in which I would have done some things would have actually been different personally for myself as well.
We have some folks joining. Hey there. Hey, happy Tuesday.
Um, So we may be passionate about certain projects, especially books, right? But if it's not related to what you're doing, you stand the risk of confusing your audience. Booking and speaking definitely pair nicely together. But if it's not focused around your signature talk topic, it doesn't go together. So just be mindful of that. And then for those of us who have multiple books, you have to get creative when selling your books. It's not all about here's my book, buy my book. You have to kind of get a little bit more creative than that when it comes to selling. But I think passive offerings also should lead to active offerings. So give people a chance to interact more with you. Remember, all roads lead to your signature program. So if you're not constantly driving people where you want them to go, they won't go there. An example of how you can possibly marry passive and active income would be your signature program, of course, is active. Then you have a mini course that might be free, which would then maybe lead to a low ticket, maybe ebook, which would then lead to a mid ticket course, which leads to your signature program. There are so many possibilities, honestly, but the main thing is that the next offer in line has to make sense with like your core offerings and what you're doing overall. If you're doing something active, you are warming people up to you. So make sure your next offer, like I said, makes sense. Like if you're speaking, like your next offer could be to attend a free or a low cost webinar. And then if you can make a paid offer from the stage, maybe you can get them to go to a training that coincides with their speaking topic, and then you invite them to further paid opportunities. If you're speaking and your book is related, you can offer people to purchase your book, things like that. So hopefully that makes sense. Are there any questions, guys? Any questions about what I've going over so far? Anything at all?
Yes, you have questions? Okay. What's a question that you have?
Let me know. You can type it in the chat. You can type it into the chat. But yeah, guys, so that's really the difference between active and passive income. You know, active is something that you're putting your time into and then you're getting directly paid for it. Passive income is something that you put the work in up front and people are like purchasing it without you having to actually put any additional time in. So that's really the main differences between the two.
How to make an ebook. Okay. So do you mean like just how to do it? Because I mean, you could just do a Word doc and then make it a PDF, and that would be an ebook. So you like type the Word document on the computer, and then just save it as a PDF. That's an ebook. You don't have to doesn't have to be anything super fancy, so to speak. But if you mean like how to set up a sales funnel, that's a more complex conversation. Maybe we can have an offline conversation about that, because the actual making of the ebook is not the difficult part. It's how to actually get it out to people and have people purchase it. Because once you make it, you got to have a way to deliver it to people so that they purchase it. Does that answer your question? I think it's Glatira. Does that answer your question? Like, because I mean, that's just like the simplest way, again, is to do a Word document and PDF it. That's an ebook. Like you have an ebook, however you type it up. That could be considered an ebook. That's typically what they are. It's just a PDF. But if you're asking like how to deliver it to people, how to get people to download it, that's more of a sales funnel. So let me know if that answered your question. Let me know if that answered your question. But yeah, guys, I think, definitely when you are thinking about what types of active income streams to set up, if you're a coach or consultant, excuse me, it's going to be your signature program. That should be your active income stream. Passive income should be everything else after that. So if you do any courses, workshops, you can definitely record those. So workshops could be active, right? Because you have to show up if you're doing a live one. Live workshops are active. Evergreen workshops are passive. So different ways to go about it. Podcasting is passive, unless you're doing a live podcast episode, which I've done. Same thing with video trainings, audio trainings. All of that could be passive or active. It just depends on how you have it set up. But I'm definitely a fan of making something active passive. So if I've done a workshop, I'm definitely going to record it, repurpose it, and then make it passive. That's typically what I do. Okay. Glatara, let me know if that answered your question. I'll definitely, Glatara, let me know if that answered your question. If not, I can DM you. We can have another more in-depth conversation. But let me know if you have any other questions as well. But everything that I've gone over today are examples of how you can build out your product suite as a coach or consultant. And there are endless possibilities, guys. This is just examples, but you could do so many different combinations. But the key is just to do it in a strategic way that drives people to your signature program. And then you want to have them stay within your ecosystem longer, which is something I teach inside the Brand Builder Blueprint. So there's no need to guess. You can definitely have both passive and active income streams, and you can build those in your business without overwhelm, which is the key part, right? Without the overwhelm. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can create a signature program, aka a high ticket offer in your business, as well as have more passive offers that attract your ideal client, click the link in my bio if you're watching me on Instagram and apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. And if you're watching me on Facebook, you can click the link in the description of this live and apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. Let me see, just checking to see if we have any more questions. I don't think I see any more questions, guys. Anything else? Okay. But if you do, just feel free to DM me. I'm going to go ahead and start to wind things down, y'all. So if you guys have found value in today's live, definitely make sure you share it with a friend or biz bestie. I'm going to be posting this. Hey there. I'm going to be posting this in just a few minutes. So definitely you'll be able to rewatch everything and then you can share it with a friend, tag a friend or a biz bestie to watch it. Especially for those who, are struggling with finding their target market and figuring out their offers and things like that. I think this would be a helpful training for them. And just feel free to connect with me if you're watching me on Facebook, then you can connect with me at iSimplyShe. And if you're watching me on Instagram, it's at I_simply_she. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining the live. Thank you so much. Take care and have a great rest of your day.